Good afternoon and welcome. To begin our ceremony, I would like to ask Dan Bronson to come forward and lead us in singing the national anthem. Please stand.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true North strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
I, Dana Empey, of the Board of Governors of Sir Sandford Fleming College, declare this 2018 Convocation officially open.
Thank you, Dan Bronson, for that resounding rendition of the O Canada. And our great piper, Geoffrey Hamilton. And you know what? When I hear the skirl of the pipes, it kind of reminds me of Sir Sandford Fleming, our namesake. And I'm sure if he was here with us today, he would say, "Isn't this just grand?" Please be seated. Today, we're going to be honoring the graduates of 8 programs, including Biotechnology Advanced, Esthetician, Fitness and Health Promotion, Health Information Management, Occupational Therapist Assistant and Physiotherapist Assistant, Pharmacy Technician, Recreation and Leisure Services, and Therapeutic Recreation. It now gives me great pleasure to invite Ashley Savard, Indigenous Student Services Coordinator, to the podium to bring a tribute to the graduating students from the First Nations community.
Ani, bonjour, sego, hello everyone. My name is Ashley Safar. I'm the Indigenous Student Services Coordinator here at Fleming College. I'm Wolf Clan and a status member of Tyendinaga First Nation. For those of you who may not be aware, it is in our teachings that we must first introduce ourselves in order to share who we are, where we come from, and our intentions for being here today. It is also a sign of respect to open with an acknowledgement of the territory in which we stand upon. Therefore, on behalf of all of us here today, I would like to say miigwech and thank you to the Mississauga peoples for allowing us to continue to work, live, and in this case study within their territory and the negotiated treaty lands of the Williams Treaty and Treaty Number 20. As a college that is a signatory to the Indigenous Education Protocol, it is important to not only acknowledge that we conduct business within Mississauga territory, but to also educate our students onto what it means to be respectful visitors within traditional lands and territories of Indigenous people. Today, you will notice that graduates may be wearing a medicine wheel pin as part of their outfit on their gowns. These students have chosen to make a personal declaration that they will carry with them beyond the walls of Fleming College. Students wearing these pins have made a declaration to move forward in their professional and personal lives as people who not only acknowledge the rights of Indigenous people, but will be respectful allies to First Nations, Métis, and Inuit peoples within the territory that they each choose to call home. On behalf of Fleming College, I would like to say Chi Miigwech for being an active participant in the work towards reconciliation, and guests, we ask that you honor these students by giving them a round of applause. Today is a day of honoring the paths and accomplishments of our graduates. As a gift, we offer the tribute of an honor song conducted by the drum. Fleming Indigenous Student Services and the Fleming Indigenous Education Council are honored to present the Manado Gi Nagamawe Singers. Manado Gi Nagamawe are a group of community helpers who use song to communicate and embody frequencies that have been gifted by all of creation. And in this state, it is for the purpose of honoring you, new graduates. In Anishinaabe Moen, it describes a sacred process. Traditionally, songs can be a common language between all living things, inanimate and animate, which promotes connection and unity. These songs, like frequency, like energy lives within all of us and comes to all of us, is to be shared throughout all of time. Songs are alive and carry life from the beginning of time and into the future. Please stand during the honor song. We ask that you please remove your hats and remember to stand proud, as this song is for all of you. On behalf of Fleming Indigenous Student Services and the Fleming Indigenous Education Council, congratulations and good luck in your future endeavors. Miigwech, Miawe, thank you.
Miigwech Kenawea, and congratulations to all of the graduates.
Thank you, Ashley, and the Manado Gi Naga Amawe singers. Once again, welcome. My name is Alec Smith, and I am your Master of Ceremonies for today, and I find it an honor. My responsibility is to ensure that this very special occasion runs smoothly and with dignity and respect deserved to each graduating student. First, some housekeeping information for you. There is staff present on the floor and in the auditorium to provide assistance. Also, we have St. John ambulance staff are present to provide emergency first aid if needed. The ceremony will be about 1.5 hours in length, and we would ask that all graduates remain in the auditorium for the duration of the ceremony to respect each graduate as they receive their collar and diploma. Everyone is invited to the reception in the Kawartha Trades and Technology Centre immediately following the ceremony. And we do have gowns there that will be available should you be taking photographs. Also, we do have an ASL interpreter here, Catherine. She is on my right, Catherine Fairbank, to sign for the ceremony. On behalf of our school, I would quickly like to thank the college registrar staff, especially Marg McGee. I often call her the General of Convocation. I'd also like to thank Stacey Goheen, Serena Sharp, and Sheila McGrath for all their work in helping prepare this event for our school. Finally, well, not quite finally, but a significant person in your academic experience here at Fleming College has been your program coordinator. And there are a number of them sitting behind me, and I would ask them to stand. This is your opportunity to clap your hands, okay, for your coordinator. Could you please stand, program coordinators? And be recognized? I'd also like to mention our chair, Nick Stone. Nick is responsible for making sure you have staff, faculty in place in your classrooms and for 12 programs. So anyway, Nick, could you stand to be recognized, our chair? And it's becoming a bit of a joke, but we have our dean, Carol Kelsey, and I call her the super dean because her responsibilities are massive. But anyway, Carol, could you stand and be recognized, please? You will get to meet both Nick and Carol on the podium as you cross. Okay, I now have the great pleasure of calling on Dana MP, Chair of the Board of Governors, to bring greetings on behalf of the Board of Governors, followed by remarks from College President Dr. Tony Tilley.
Thank you. Great. Good afternoon, graduates, family, friends, platform guests. Greetings and welcome on behalf of the Fleming College Board of Governors. I'm really happy to be here with you today at Sutherland campus, and I'd like to extend my sincerest congratulations to all of you. Graduation is a time of celebration, reflection, and excitement. Celebrate the incredible achievements that you've accomplished during your time at Fleming. Reflect on the friendships that you've made and the journeys that you've completed, and acknowledge the excitement that lays ahead. This week, we are celebrating 2,400 graduates from 60 programs across the college. It's incredible. These programs provide applied learning that you will use well within your future careers and aspirations. You are qualified and skilled graduates with the tools that you need to do really great things. Here at Fleming, we strive to create a supportive environment where students can put their knowledge into practice. Our core promise to our students is learn, belong, become. These three words embody so much of what we endeavor to ensure you, the students, have a memorable and meaningful journey while you are here with us. We want you to learn, to broaden your knowledge and your skill set. We want you to belong to this incredible Fleming community. And now, as you leave the college today, you now belong to an impressive group of Fleming alumni. Thank you for allowing us to be part of your journey, and we look forward to seeing you grow and prosper in the years ahead. Congratulations to you all.
Thank you, Dana. Members of the board, platform party, graduates and guests. First of all, welcome one and all. It's wonderful to have you here on this beautiful afternoon on June 7th for the final portion of our 2018 series of convocation ceremonies. I particularly want to thank all of the family and friends who've joined us here in the auditorium. Some have come from near, some from far. I think we have a span of about 90 years in age here among 4 generations, here to witness graduation and to applaud our graduates. We actually also have a number of people who could not be here in the auditorium but are watching through the internet. So graduates, if you turn to the back, you'll see the camera. I know of 2 particular ones who are in Scotland. Hello to you. A little bit more on that later on. And people from other parts of the world, and particularly in Canada and Ontario. I love the opening of Convocation. I love the pipes, coming in with the pipes. Piper Jeffrey Hamilton led us in, did a wonderful job. He's a 4th generation piper, so his great-grandparents were involved in that as well. And then following with the O Canada, and Danny Bronson will be back at the end of the ceremony. We have a treat for you at that time. And then the third portion, the honor song, which I find very haunting and beautiful. It's been a part of our Fleming ceremonies for a long time, various honor songs, but I think it could not be more appropriate today as we strive toward truth and reconciliation to have that as an important part of our ceremony. I referenced welcoming you, and I thank you in particular for being here on this special day in our province's history, and Election Day. I certainly hope that through advanced polls or through how you organize your day today, you have been or you will be able to exercise your democratic right to vote. Ladies and gentlemen, your program references 6 convocation ceremonies, but really there are 8 altogether, including those at different locations. And I think of them as areas within a puzzle. They each have smaller parts within them. That puzzle includes our Halliburton programs in the School of Art and Design, where we start in the last Friday of May. The following week to the Frost Campus, environmental and natural resource programs, then trades and technology, then business specializations. Yesterday, justice and community development, and today, our health and wellness graduates at morning and afternoon ceremonies. These are remarkable pieces that all fit together to give us strength in our economy, in our society, in our lives together as Canadians. Graduates, we are excited to recognize and applaud the many accomplishments that you have already achieved. You've done a lot during your time here at Fleming, developing skills that are a key reason why you chose your program in the first place. Speaking of achievements, I do want to recognize our award winners. One of those is Ashley Drake. Where are you, Ashley? Ashley's a special person and a goaltender coach, among other accomplishments. Ashley, congratulations to you and to all other award winners. Would you rise and be recognized by this convocation, please? Please stand. Thank you very much. I referenced skills. Our vision statement is this: 4 words, Fleming, more than skills. It references Sir Sandford Fleming, whose accomplishments, as referenced here on the back of your program in the remarkable song, Let the Deed Show, reference a sturdy lad of 18, ere the brilliant set to sea, leaving Scotland, with a sextant and a compass, the tools of a surveyor, and a great determination, he would change the face of Canada and shape our history. Well, that determination is shared by our graduates today, and I hope you take that remarkable attribute forward. We know you have that, along with your faculty, staff and leaders who have worked with you during a year that has had its challenges. Strike, a significant set of renovations, lots of factors that were challenging. I'm sorry that you had to endure those difficulties, but I thank you for your perseverance and effort and accomplishment. Graduates, I'd like to make some brief comments on the world around us, and particularly on health and wellness. If a generation is approximately 25 years, let's look back over 200 years or 8 generations, as far back as the year 1818. And my source is a remarkable book. I recommend it to you highly, by Steven Pinker, called Enlightenment Now. So I'll start not quite that far back, but just go back to the year 1900. What would this event have been like in the year 1900? Well, let's get this straight. This would not have happened. In that year, one of the countries with the highest level of education was the United States. Just think what might have been the average number of years of education of people at that time. The adult population in the United States in the year 1900 had an average of 6 years of education. Let's go a little farther back, to almost 200 years ago. The world had a population of about 1 billion people. Frankly, there were aristocracies in different countries, but most of those people lived in extreme poverty. It is true that almost 1 billion people still live in poverty today, but 7 billion don't. 7 billion of the world's population have a far more elevated circumstance than was the case in much of our human history. Looking back to the Industrial Revolution, what was life like then? Weekly work hours, over 60. Child labor, common. 30% of children in England involved in child labor in 1870, and still by 1890, 65% in Italy. And what was life expectancy like? Well, actually a couple of hundred years ago, it was under 30 with the incidence of child mortality. It's close to 70 now around the world, and as you know, it is well into the 80s in countries such as Canada. So the world has come a long way, but it still has a long way to go. And I do personally believe that graduates such as I see before me and all of you are looking at today, you are going to be a big part of taking us forward into that future. You are a great part of that puzzle. Through not only skills, but also personal qualities. Through your commitment to the words in your school's name, health and wellness, you and others like you will contribute to that better future, much of which we are fortunate to be already experiencing to one extent or another in Canada. I should add that this is a special year, in fact, a special month for me as well. You are part of the class of 2018, and so am I. I will be finishing my 14 years at Fleming College at the end of this month, so in another way, I'll be graduating too. There have been many highlights for me, some very large ones, and some are much smaller memories that bring a smile to my face. Why, at one convocation ceremony, a young woman walked up the ramp and leaned forward to me. I stand right over here and greet you with your collar. And she had this worried expression on her face, and she leaned forward so that only I could hear as she said to me, "I love you too." Or so it sounded. To be honest, at the time, I didn't even know her, so I was surprised, but also touched. I love you too. It's just it's how it sounded to me, until I looked down the ramp to see the evidence of what she had really said. Lying down there, I lost my shoe. I subsequently got to know her, and we had a good laugh about that moment and my apparent wishful thinking. With this convocation, we have a culminating event, graduates, to your time at Fleming. We now wish you well on the next stage of your lives. We are indeed proud of what you've accomplished and look forward with eagerness to all that you will achieve as you leave Fleming and start the next leg of your life journey. In closing, I offer my hope that you contribute to progress not solely in the lives immediately around you, but to progress for those who you work with and in our collective societies. Ladies and gentlemen, to the graduating class, I wish you success in your careers, but also health and happiness in your lives. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chair Dana Empey, for your kind words from the Board of Governors. And thank you, President Dr. Tony Tilley, for your wonderful speech, and congratulations on your graduation. Dr. Tilley mentioned Sir Sanford Fleming. Twice he's been mentioned today, but anyway, I do have a couple of things in common. I left Scotland to come to Canada about the same age, and I sailed from Greenock, as he did, by ship to Canada. Not on the same ship, though, okay? I'm very pleased to now invite Tracy Partridge, graduate esthetician program, also faculty at the college now, and also program coordinator, to bring greetings on behalf of Advancement and Alumni Relations. Tracy?
Good afternoon. On behalf of Fleming Alumni Relations, and as a very proud Fleming College graduate myself, I would like to welcome you to a very strong and diverse network of more than 73,000 Fleming College graduates. It is my privilege to be part of this celebration for our class of 2018. When I was first asked to do this, freaked out was the emotion, but right now I am super honored. I see my graduates and I see my current students sitting back there because they want to be here for a little bit later in the ceremony. I feel so proud. My heart is pounding out of my chest. When we were walking in, Alex asked me, "Why'd they ask you?" Well, I don't know, was the answer. Maybe the 3 people they asked before me said no. I don't know. Maybe because I have a really unique alumni story. It's a bit of a chicken or the egg. Most people who work at Fleming, that have gone to Fleming, they graduate first and then they get hired. I was hired at Fleming because of my 20-plus years experience in the spa industry. And after the first year, coordinating the program and teaching in it, I was so impressed with what an Ontario College diploma in aesthetics offers estheticians compared to the private school diploma that I had received when I was 18 years old. So at the ripe old age of 36, and the second year of our diploma being offered, I asked Dean Kelsey if I could enroll. She said, "Well, I don't know. Nobody's ever done this before." So I got to be exempt from all the core courses in our program, so all the fun ones, guys. And I did the comms and the computing and the biology and the 3 gen eds, and I loved them. And I wanted to experience what my students were going to be experiencing, and I felt that that would make me be a better program coordinator. I could relate to what they were going through when they were taking these courses, and subsequently, I was able to make major changes to those courses so that going forward in the program, students would benefit even more. So that, I guess, is maybe why I'm up here. Back to the speech that was given to me. So, the alumni network that you are now a part of is more than just a group of people who graduated from Fleming over the last 50 years. We are what Fleming College instilled in us as students. We dare to dream. We continuously expand our knowledge and skills. Any time that there is professional development in your field offered to you, please take it. You will not regret it. You'll actually miss being a student. We develop ourselves along with others. We create learning communities. We are inventive. And we build a better future, and we're going to enjoy the journey along the way. So having the traits that mirror our namesake, Sir Sanford Fleming, is how we have become and will continue to become the best individuals that we can be, both personally and professionally. And because Fleming has provided its graduates with such an incredible foundation of skills for success ahead, the alumni network that you and I belong to is inspiring. There's a fellow graduate from the class of 1994 that is the developer of Google Maps. We all use that. Well, maybe my mom doesn't, but anyways. Another graduate is the Dominion Sculptor of Canada who presented Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II with a bronze portrait. A fellow graduate from the class of 1988 generates over $4 million in economic activity annually for Peterborough and the Kawarthas. And one day, in our spa, there was this great big burly man sitting in one of the pedicure thrones having a pedicure. And I thought, I have to talk to this guy. What's he doing here? He had come from Calgary to scope out our program because his daughter wanted to take it. And upon further discussion, I found out that he is a graduate of the forestry program. And he has this huge job that he now has moved to Ontario, but when the Fort McMurray fire was going, he was in charge of all the forests there in Calgary. So he had a lot of stories to tell me. And I thought, how impressive is that? That was like major world news. And a Fleming graduate from the forestry program was the head of that. And now he lives here in Peterborough, is moving his family here, and he is responsible for over 90% of the forests in Ontario. So I think that's very impressive too. So don't be intimidated by the many successful grads ahead of you. You need to take the opportunity to become one yourself. The Fleming graduates I just mentioned started at exactly where you are right now, waiting very patiently to cross this stage and not knowing what their path was ahead. So as your Fleming experience taught you, dare to dream. The possibilities really are endless. As you pursue your career aspirations, I encourage you to maintain the relationships that you have developed during your time here. Many alumni say this is the most impactful, rewarding, and memorable years of your lives. I know when you're neck deep in the exams and the assignments and everything, you're like, I can't wait to leave. So many alumni and grads come back to visit us saying, this was the best time of my life. I wish I was still in school. Are you offering professional development? Can we hang out? Can we, they miss each other. So that's a nice thing about graduation as well. You get to catch up. So once you accept your diploma or your certificate today, you will be awarded with a Fleming alumni pin. It will be your little reminder to stay connected when life gets busy. Class of 2018, you have worked very hard to complete your studies. But make a note, Fleming is not leaving you. It is now rooted in you, and as Fleming College alumni, your connection will last forever. Congratulations, graduates. Today marks the day that you continue on your journey with all that Fleming gave you to become the very best version of yourself. And I hope that all your professional and personal dreams do come true. Thank you.
Thank you, Tracy. I now have the great pleasure of inviting Tom Wegar, Vice President Academic, to present the Vice President's Academic Contract Faculty Award for Excellence in Teaching.
I'm afraid to move this up. Maybe I won't. Then it'll get stuck up there and everybody after me will be talking like this. It is indeed my pleasure today to present the Vice President and Academics Contract Faculty Award for Excellence in Teaching. Through this award, we recognize a contract member of our faculty who is committed to student learning and support and who is innovative and inspiring. This award acknowledges someone who challenges students, contributing to a positive culture and serving as a role model for colleagues and students. This year's recipient of the award is Ms. Gwen Bennett. I know many of you know Gwen very, very well, and it's really a privilege to have her here standing next to me. Gwen's nomination highlighted that her commitment to student learning and support was evident by her approachability both inside and outside the classroom. Gwen contributes to a positive and inclusive culture and learning community on a daily basis. Told in one of her nominations, Gwen welcomes the long lineups of students waiting to talk with her on a daily basis without complaint, because she is so passionate about helping her students become top-of-the-line professionals. Gwen models our core promise, learn, belong, become, in her teaching and is an excellent role model for colleagues and students. Gwen, we are pleased today to recognize your efforts in the classroom and beyond. Congratulations and thank you for all that you do to contribute to the success of our students. And it is with great pleasure that I present to you the 2018 Vice President Academics Contract Faculty Award for Excellence in Teaching to you. Thank you very, very much. Thank you.
They didn't tell me I was going to have to speak. I am completely humbled by this experience. Tracy, you might have to take over for me. I might do the ugly cry thing. I'm completely shocked. I got an email from Tony's secretary, and I did the thing I always tell my students not to do. Do not read the first part of an exam question and miss out the last part of the sentence. I saw the message that said, "We need to set up a telephone conversation with you and Tony Tilley." And I thought, oh God, some of my alternative teaching strategies have maybe gone a little too far. And then I saw the last part of the sentence, "Nothing to worry about, all great news." I wouldn't be here today without my students. You kill me sometimes. You drive me to distraction. But without you, and you're pushing and constantly at me, you drive me to try and be a better teacher every year for the next generation come up. So I'm completely humbled. I accept this award it is the pinnacle of my career. And I thank all of you that took the time to nominate me, both my present students, no eye contact girls, no ugly crying, and my graduate students. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom Weeger, Vice President Academic, and congratulations, Gwen. I just love her accent. I would now call Dr. Tony Tilley to present the Governor-General of Canada Award.
Thank you very much, Alec. And I would like to draw your attention to your program on page 62. Unfortunately, Lauren cannot join us today. Her home is in the Northwest Territories, so I'm going to abbreviate this, but I do want to acknowledge her. The Governor-General Award is a prestigious and long-standing award. Previous recipients include former Prime Minister Pierre Elliott Trudeau and Tommy Douglas, credited as being the founder of Medicare in Canada. The award is given to the person who has the highest academic achievement in each of the colleges and universities that are recognized by this award. And so please join me as I point out to you, this is a very special award, a Governor General's Medal, which will be shipped to the Northwest Territories to the recipient, a very deserving recipient, Lauren Graham. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Tony Tilley, and congratulations, Lauren Graham. It now gives me great pleasure to call on Shannon Langlaw, Faculty Biotechnology Advanced, to introduce your valedictorian. Dana MP will make a presentation to the valedictorian following the address.
Good afternoon, graduates, platform guests, friends, and family. I, among many BTF faculty here today, have the pleasure to introduce the valedictorian for today's ceremony, Sarah Bongelli. I will ask Sarah to come up in a minute, okay? Sarah came to Fleming with some momentum behind her. She came with an undergrad from Brock, and she literally hit the ground running when she joined us at Fleming. She, of course, as a valedictorian, had great marks. She achieved great things while she was at Fleming, but she also did things that were extraordinary, such as make connections with a lot of her peers and her faculty. She always had a pulse on what was happening in the program and at the school. She was very helpful to her peers by doing a lot of peer mentoring and tutoring and volunteering her time in the lab. She was involved in many things, such as our program advisory council for 2 years, and she also would spend many hours in her faculty offices with a coffee or two, visiting with Ashvin, myself, or even sometimes with Lee in the automation lab. We had many conversations about school, about life, and what the future might hold. She left us last summer to pursue a placement at the Hospital for Sick Kids, where she did genetic research on different genetic childhood diseases. We are so pleased with Sarah's growth and her competence she demonstrated while at Fleming. And we know with dedication and hard work, she's going to make a change in the health and science field. I would say this is only the beginning for Sarah. I would ask now that if Ashvin, would you mind escorting Sarah up to the stage to present her speech and her award. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. First off, I'd like to thank all of the Fleming faculty under the School of Health and Wellness. A special thank you to the BTF faculty for the endless office hours, questions, Facebook and live chats. None of us would be here without all of you. To my fellow graduates, congratulations on making it to this day. I know the struggle was very real at times, and it's a huge accomplishment to be sitting there today. I'd also like to thank both my parents for their unwavering support and their continued help and guidance as I try to navigate through adult life. To my fiancé, Mike, thank you for putting up with a long-distance relationship so that I could finish my diploma and be standing here today. Seeing as today is election day, I would like to talk about change. So change can be good, bad, or downright hard. However, my message to you today is to embrace that change, no matter what it is. We are the new graduates emerging out and into the workforce. We're the face of the next generation. It's up to us to make the changes that we want to see in the world. These changes can be as simple as choosing to forgo a straw at a restaurant to help save the oceans and the animals, or as complex and complicated as electing a new government that's going to work for us. We have to be the change that we want to see in the world. I recently came across an ad on Spotify which talked about the restraints that we face in life. And while this was in relation to having to listen to ads on Spotify, it got me thinking a little bit deeper. It's true that we face restraints, almost from the day that we are born. We're too young, too short, not mature enough, the list goes on. My challenge to you today is to break through those restraints. Don't let anyone tell you what you can or cannot do. Be what you want to be. Do what you want to do. Make yourself happy because no one else is going to do it for you. Realize that you matter, and if you don't like something, change it. Don't settle for a job that makes you unhappy. Don't work for people who don't know your worth as both a person and an employee. Take risks, take chances, make changes. This life is forever changing, and right now, we all have the opportunity to make this life what we want it to be, to better the world for our children and grandchildren. We're at the forefront of a changing world, so don't be a bystander. Stand up for what you believe in. Work hard for what you want, and if you hit a roadblock, embrace it first, and then find a way around it. There's something out there for everyone, and while it's difficult to find your place in the world, I'm confident that each and every one of you will. Some may find it faster than others, but that's part of this journey that we call life. It won't always be pretty, there will be hard times, and sometimes you will feel lost. But that's when you dig deep, remember how far you've come, how much you've already conquered, and push forward. Break through those restraints, don't take no for an answer, be creative and innovative. That's what's going to push the world forward. Push boundaries, take a stand for causes you believe in, and together we can make this world a better place. For us, for wildlife, and the environment. This world needs a change on so many levels, and we can be that change as long as we believe in ourselves, embrace the change, and break down the barriers that stand in our way. Sorry, this next part's a little hard. I'd like to relay a real-life example of the kind of attitude and perseverance that I'm talking about. So for the better part of my 2 years here, I served as a peer tutor. And this gave me the opportunity to meet and interact with other students at Fleming, not just in my program, but in, all across the School of Health and Wellness. So one of those students that I met was a woman named Paula. So Paula's a mother of 2 boys. They're both in their early 20s. And at the time she worked 2 jobs. She commuted an hour to school each and every day, on top of being enrolled full-time in this program. So for those of you who don't know what this program is, it's a very heavily science-based program. So we have courses such as biology, genetics, chemistry, physics, math, automation. So Paula had been out of school for years. And while she idolized me, what she didn't know was that I idolized her. I've never seen anyone work as hard and as long as she did. So through tutoring, we developed a friendship. We would study together, we did projects together, and really just enjoyed each other's company during stressful times. So Paula is the epitome of what I'm talking about to you today, making changes and not settling and breaking down barriers. I remember countless times Paula would be beside herself with nerves before a big test, or even worse, a presentation. And yet she would get up, she would power through, she would write the test that she was so nervous about, she'd speak in front of our class, and while her voice would shake, she would push through and she would make it. She was an inspiration not only to me, but to all of us here today. Unfortunately, on the day of one of our last exams in April, we received devastating news. Paula had suffered a stroke in the middle of the night, and she was in the hospital. It was heartbreaking for all of us. We'd come to know her as Mama Paula, but true to her form, the very first call she requested to make after being at the hospital was to the school because she was worried about making up her exams. She just suffered a massive stroke, and she was worried about her exams. So this is a testament to the kind of woman that she is. She refuses to let anything get in her way, and she refuses to back down, and she refuses to let this beat her. Today, more than a year later, she's still recovering from her stroke, and last time I talked with her, the hope is that she will be able to do her placement this fall and be standing on this stage a year from now. Paula's road has been long and hard. It's been very hard, and she's still fighting. The changes she's gone through in a year are astonishing, and her spirit is not broken. She's breaking down walls, and she's bent and determined to finish this program, one she poured her heart into for 2 years. I know I speak for all of us who know her when I say that she will be standing on this stage on this day. She will be a graduate of this program, and I know she's inspired not only me, but everyone here today. So graduates, when life gets hard, when you feel like you're lost or you're scared to make a change, think about Paula. Think about how she's conquered and continues to conquer the obstacles in her path. Anything is possible. You can be whatever you want to be. Do whatever you want to do. Don't settle for less than you deserve. Tough times don't last. Tough people do. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, that was lovely.
Congratulations, Sarah. Thank you, Shannon, and Chair Dana. And now it's your turn. Graduating students, I would like to call upon President Dr. Tony Tilley and Acting Registrar Susan Kluserman to come to the podium for the formal conferral of diplomas and certificates. Graduating students, please rise.
Mr. President, it is my privilege to report to you that the candidates here assembled and those not present have qualified in all respects for diplomas or certificates by successfully completing curricula offered by Sir Sandford Fleming College. The faculty have recommended that they be awarded diplomas or certificates in recognition of their academic accomplishments.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Governors of Sir Sandford Fleming College, I do hereby confer on you your respective diploma or certificate with all the honors, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
Please be seated.
I would now ask that our graduate name announcer, Ashvin Mahindra, to come forward to begin the presentation of collars, diplomas, and certificates. Thank you.
Mr. President, I have the honor of presenting the graduates of the Biotechnology Advanced Program, accompanied by myself, their coordinator. Ashka Bhatt. Jade Black. Sarah Bongelli. Kaushik Borata. Jessica Breen. Jamie Burns. Grace Calloway. Courtney Campbell. Julia Cassidy. Hetu Dasania. Tyler DeMille. Anushri Desai. Vishal Desai. Dana Driscoll. Taylor Dulmage. Denise Gibbs. Amanda Glenn. Joseph Gordon. Cassidy Harder. Katie Harris. Anas Hussein. Verinder Kaur. Rebecca Kaiser. Caitlin Ledgerwood. Connor Lefebvre. Lucas Loveday White. Amber McDonald. Macy McLean. Keval Mangukia. Lindsay McMorrin. Kristen Mercer. Tessa Milne. Kyle Moffett. Christina Morris. Chelsea Myers. Shamika Wabani. Ankit Patel. Arpita Patel. Deep Patel. Dharti Patel. Hari Patel. Paige Picken. Caitlin Platts. Katie Pritchett. Ashlyn Rodriguez. Caitlin Rogers. Mega Shaw. Leah Sills. Angela Sorensen. Jacob Spears. Raul Suarez. Balasensavan Thirunamam. Megan Van Tassel. Jennifer Vesna. Nishant Varadia. Colleen White. Cameron Wood. Elizabeth Yateman. Carolyn Unin. And those are the 2018 graduates of the Biotechnology Advanced Program. Mr. President, I have the honor of presenting the graduates of the Esthetician Program, accompanied by their program coordinator, Tracy Partridge. Monica Bartosh. Shannon Basso. Hannah Boughton. Holly DiStefano. Angie Ewell. Ashante Jones. Susan Kariunas. Cassandra King. Kathleen Langdon. Michelle Musetti. Bethany Satterley. Jennifer Snell. Matea Spellman. Cassidy Stewart. Catherine Todd. Alexandra Yake. And those are the graduates of the 2018 esthetician program. Mr. President, I have the honor of presenting the graduates of the Fitness and Health Promotion Program, accompanied by their program coordinator, Alex Smith. Hope Calderwood. Amy Corcoran. Amanda Hawthorne. Adam Killam. Becca Linnon. Victoria Mackey. Andrew Ryan. Ashley Drake. Christine Whiston. And those are the 2018 graduates of the Fitness and Health Promotion Program. Mr. President, I now have the honor of presenting the graduates of the Health Information Management Program, accompanied by their program coordinator, Patricia Hughes. Vishwa Amin. Udya Manoj Arpali. Nasib Bakshi. Keval Barod. Anirudh Dantu. Lori Gwindon. Brett Jones. Jasmine Kempt. Kidella Modeste. Rajan Nayak. Umang Oti. Ashita Patel. Ashish Patel. Dennis Patel. Sweeta Power. Rohit Rudra Raju. Lee Russell Cobbledick. Banu Prakash Satrasala. Rachel York. And those are the 2018 graduates of the Health Information Management Program. Mr. President, I now have the honor of presenting the graduates of the Occupational Therapist Assistant and Physiotherapist Assistant Program, accompanied by their program coordinator, Kelly McKnight. Sydney Armitage. Morgan Can. Abignia Dasari. Savannah Enright. April Ferguson. Madison Montana Gates. Emma McDonald. Katrina Naismith. Summer Norlock. Shannon Putner. Taylor Saya. Amanpreet Sarah. Jordan Sharp. Rebecca Sheedy. Sarah Thane. Yun Tai Wong. And those are the graduates, 2018 graduates of the Occupational Therapist Assistant, Physiotherapist Assistant program. Mr. President, I now have the honor of presenting the graduates from the Pharmacy Technician program, accompanied by their program faculty. Stephanie Awada. Kayla Campanero. Taylor Campbell. Laurel Curtis. Jacqueline Danford. Ailish Fegan. Nicholas Fitzgerald. Katie Galoro. Shayla Greeno. Brittany Hamilton. Francesca Lee. Kaylee McKenna. Crystal Miniker. Nicole Nixon. Jessica Peschel. Larissa Rigelo. Shreya. Kelly Snyder. Laura Van Meer. And those are the 2018 graduates of the Pharmacy Technician program. Mr. President, I have the honor of presenting the graduates of the Rec and Leisure Services Accelerated program, accompanied by their program coordinator, Alex Smith. Ekta Patel. Jenna Stevenson. And those are the 2018 graduates of the Rec and Leisure Services Accelerated program. Mr. President, I now have the honor of presenting the graduates of the Rec and Leisure Services program, accompanied with Alex Smith again. Jacob Ellis. Michelle Arroyo. Devin Hodges. Brianna McIntyre. Rachel Myers. Alyssa Noonan. Jillian Page. Krupa Anitaben Patel. Brandon Primo. Christina Robinson. Jessica Ross. Emily Stonehouse. Rianne Tyhurst. And those are the 2018 graduates of the Recreation and Leisure Services program. Mr. President, I now have the honor of presenting the graduates of the Therapeutic Recreation program, accompanied by their program coordinator, Mark Parolin. Shane Hannay. Ekta Patel. And those are the 2018 graduates of the Therapeutic Recreation Program.
And you now truly are graduates. It's official. Class of 2018, please stand and be recognized by this convocation. Congratulations. Thank you. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, we're close to closing this convocation, but I would like to do a few words of thanks to a number of people on your behalf, particularly as this is our final convocation ceremony of 2018. First of all, thank you for our intrepid interpreter. Got that? Yeah. Catherine Fairbank, thank you very much. We referenced this in other parts of the ceremony, but many thanks once again to family and friends here and over the internet. Thank you. To my right, at her final convocation as chair of the Board of Governors and concluding her 6-year term, Chair Dana Empey. Thank you very much, Dana. To Dana's right, double duty as a member of the Board of Governors and as College Registrar Sue Kloosterman. Ashley, thank you for leading off so capably and introducing the drum and honor song. And Ashley Safar. Well done. Thanks again, attending her final convocation as Vice President, Human Resources, Student Services, and Strategic Planning, Sonia Crook. Thank you, Sonia. To my left, attending his first set of convocations at Fleming College, Vice President Academic Tom Wegar. Gentleman who adds so much as MC, many thanks once again to Alex Smith. Fine job, Alex. Thank you. Thank you very much for all that you have done leading up to this and as part of this ceremony, Dean Carol Kelsey. Attending both this morning and this afternoon, of course, as chair of the school, Nick Stone. Thank you, Nick. Once again, thank you and congratulations to our award winner, Gwen Bennett. Well done, Gwen. And handling the naming most capably, thank you very much, Ashvin Mohindra. Well done. Also to my left, in the second row, you can stand and be acknowledged this time, Alan. Stand, Alan Hewitt. Alan, well done. Congratulations. And where is Shannon, who introduced? Okay, thank you, Shannon. Sorry, I got a little out of sequence here. The person who introduced our valedictorian, thank you, Shannon Langlois. I do want to add my own thanks and thanks on behalf of those on the platform party and also throughout the auditorium to Sarah Bongelli for a moving and insightful valedictory address. Thank you very much, Sarah. As convocations come to a close, this ceremonial location gets packed away and people start getting ready for next year. They include the two coordinators who've done so much to bring this together, along with all of the support staff who've supported our students from the time that they applied to the time that they became graduates. So first of all, thank you to Marg McGee and Stacy Goheen. In case you don't know, they're the ones in the back row who didn't stand up. There we are. That's very good. And scattered throughout the auditorium, oh, look at this, lined up people who are ready to do the parking duty, who've done the inside duty, all of the various tasks before, during, and after convocation. A wonderful group of people, our support staff, and other faculty and leaders who've joined them. Congratulations and thanks to support staff. And finally, I will not introduce them individually, but our graduating class know them certainly very individually as the people who've worked along with you. The faculty of Fleming College, please stand and be recognized by this convocation. Faculty of the School of Health and Wellness. Ladies and gentlemen, we're just a few moments from...
No, we're not.
Okay.
As Tony stands here dutifully thanking everybody, we can't let him graduate without pausing to acknowledge his 14 years of leadership here at Fleming College. And he's graduating to other things. We won't say better things because there's nothing better than here. And we could talk about how much we've grown and the buildings, the enrollment, the changes that we've had over the past.
The construction.
Okay, I didn't want to bring that up. But there have been so many changes. We're barely recognizable from 14 years ago, actually. So we could talk about all those things. But what I'd like to say is he's a nice guy. And he's cared about every student that's passed through here for 14 years. And for that, we salute you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh! Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's lovely. I appreciate those words. I appreciate the gesture and all that you've done there. Now, back to the program. In fact, back to the back page of the program. If you turn to that back of your program. Danny, come on up here. 26 years ago, this man, Danny Bronson, launched Let the Deed Show, which has been a feature part of our convocations ever since. I don't know of any other institution that has a song quite like this, Danny. Do you know? No, absolutely. It's difficult to sing the first time around, but you can certainly tap your toe, clap your hands, do a jig, any one of those things. And Danny will lead us I'm going to ask you in a moment to get on your feet if you are able to join us in this. Before I do, I'm going to ask you that you remain in place after Let the Deed Show as the platform party leaves the stage. And of course, once again, as Alex invited you, you're most welcome to join us at a reception in the main academic building. So here it is, a great tribute to an extraordinary Canadian and citizen of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, on your feet if you can, Danny Bronson and Let the Deed Show.
A dream was born across the waves from the lang tune of Kirkcaldy. A sturdy lad of 18 and the brilliance set to sea. With a sextant and a compass and a great determination, he would change the face of Canada and shape our history. Let the deed show, let the deed show. Strengthen our hearts as onward we go. Courage and truth are better before. Shine as a beacon, let the deed show. A pioneering spirit, a man of true conviction. He crossed the Dominion sea to sea and touched the land he loved. There's no greater satisfaction than to know he did his duty with a vast imagination and a will to rise above. Let the deed show, let the deed show. Strengthen our hearts as onward we go. Courage and truth are better before. Shine as a beacon, let the deed show. To span a growing country, of the world he set the standard time, a universal theme. His love for Canada he showed by striving for her future. Sir Sanford Fleming challenged life and lived to see his dreams. Let the deed show, let the deed show. Strengthen our hearts as onward we go. Courage and truth are better before. Shine as a beacon, let the deed show. And now it is our legacy to follow in his footsteps. So dare to dream and dare to do, 'tis the challenge for us all. The future built with minds and hearts by those who've gone before us will waken us and those to come. These words the world shall know. Oh, let the deed show, let the deed show. Strengthen our hearts as onward we go. Courage and truth are better before. Shine as a beacon, let the deed show, let the deed show, let the deed show. Strengthen our hearts as onward we go. Courage and truth are better before. So shine as a beacon, let the deed show. Yeah.
Danny Bronson, Let the Deed Show. Great job, Danny. Thank you so much. And with those stirring sounds, it is my pleasant and official responsibility to declare this 2018 Convocation closed. Thank you very much.